Hey guys! So today I come to you from Newark, New Jersey because I did something kind of crazy. So next week we have 3 exams. Monday is our anatomy exam, which actually happens to be my birthday, so that's not going to be a fun one. Thursday we have microanatomy, and Friday we have immunology. But if you don't know, I am actually a lacrosse coach. I used to play lacrosse a lot. I was very involved in high school. I played some in college. Originally, I had actually gotten offers to play lacrosse in college, but I turned that down because I knew vet school was going to be tough to get into, and I knew I was going to have to focus 100% on my studies, and there was no way to be a varsity athlete and then, in my opinion, and get the grades that I needed to. So I decided to let lacrosse go, and that was one of the hardest decisions of my life. I was still playing club lacrosse in college, but then even that came to be too much. And I remember the day I called my dad in tears, like, I made the decision to quit lacrosse. That was one of the hardest things, but I still keep myself involved, and I coach too. And what they do is they host clinics all around the US, and you sign up for the clinics that you're available for, and if you get matched to that, then they send you there. So I'm here today in New Jersey. It is tough being that we have an anatomy exam in 3 days. So nonetheless, I have my study material with me, and I will be studying tonight and tomorrow when I can. Alright, so since I knew that I was going to be spending my weekend here, I went ahead and I made Quizlets for all the topics that are going to be covered on this exam. So we have the female, male reproductive systems, we have hind limb and forelimb, and then I created an entire clinic Quizlet based on the clinical cases in all his PowerPoints. So I put together all the images, and they're not loading, but all the images and all his PowerPoints, and because this is how he sets up his exam. So with this professor, our anatomy exams are structured a little differently. We still have the lecture and the lab sections, but he's included now kind of like, he puts up images on the screen, on the projector, and he'll start clicking through them, and you have like 20 seconds to look at the picture, and he'll ask you a question like, what is the condition, or how is it treated, how is it diagnosed, something like that. And you have to answer it, and then he's on to the next picture. And when I tell you, this man moves so fast, like by the time you look down and write the answer and look up, like 2 questions have gone by, and he doesn't go back. So I made this Quizlet because I'm going to drill this into my head so that I won't be stressed on this exam like I was on the last one.
Keep your eye on the ball, and just like in any other sport,
I finally made it back in Alabama after a total of 8 hours of traveling, but now I have an hour drive back home, so the night's not over. By the time I get home, it'll probably be 11, and then I have to study all night. The things we do to manage our life-school balance. Of course, I get into my car, and the tire pressure is low. I'm basically out of gas. My life is in shambles. I don't know why I do this to myself. So I started off my Sunday morning like any normal person does, studying. I'm looking over, so our test on anatomy tomorrow is on male and female reproductive systems, hind limb, and forelimb. So this weekend I was able to get through male and female reproductive systems, but I still need to go over them because I'm not like 100% with it. Right now I'm doing forelimb, and then I'm going to do hind limb, which is thankfully not as in-depth because forelimb and hind limb are pretty similar. It's just looking at the differences. Hopefully I can get through that early enough that I have time to review everything because I still need to go to the lab tonight and learn everything there. So let me show you what I'm doing. So I have the PowerPoint up here just so I can reference it. And I have my Quizlet here, so I'm just going through these. Every time I get something right, I unstar it. So I know it, and then I just keep redoing the starred questions until I have none left. And then since I'm a visual person, I'm writing out stuff. So what this is the passive stay apparatus for the forelimb, which is just basically the mechanisms that keep the legs standing for long periods of time. So I drew it out because just from reading it, I wasn't like able to visualize it. So I feel like if I have it on the board, I'll be able to remember it easier. And then, like I said, I'm just going through the PowerPoint and trying to correlate his pictures and stuff with what I'm reading so I have that visual representation. So I came to Tuskegee about 4 hours ago, and Ty and I are here studying. We're just going over all our notes before we head to the pit. And guys, look what Ty did.
Anything is going to the crib with me.
So how many hours of sleep did you get last night? We're still here studying though. Do you guys just ever feel completely exhausted and defeated? I don't even think that exam went that bad. The lecture portion, I feel like I did all right, but the lab portion, I didn't do as well as I know I could have. But I don't know. I don't know if it was the all-nighter. I don't know if it was the fact that I haven't eaten, but I just feel completely drained. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, relax. But I need to start studying again because we have 2 more tests. And I just want to curl up in a ball and cry. So we'll see if I can pull myself together enough to start studying later. So we're on our break from lab right now. So I'm in my coveralls. But as you guys know, we just had our exam yesterday, so they literally just threw us right into it. And right now we're doing our goat dissections. And then after that, we move on to the pig. So that should be interesting. That's so cute. Happy birthday! Listen, how you doing?
Keep going! Robert! Yo!
So I just have to say that I honestly love my class. That was so cute what they did earlier. Singing happy birthday in the piñata, like I did not expect that at all. I actually saw them all and I was walking towards them and I'm like, ooh, a piñata, I wonder what that's for. I was like, ooh, let's go check it out. And then when I walked over, they started singing. I thought that was so cute. But that's one thing I can say is that we really are like a little mini family. I think vet school is very different in that we're all in an unfamiliar state, most of us, because there are a few people from Alabama, but we all had to move away and we don't know many people here other than outside of the vet school, so we've all grown so close. And then the fact that you're literally all day, every day, only with the same 40-something people, you grow really close with them and stuff like that. So I'm really grateful for having such awesome people around me. And it was really nice considering how crappy I was feeling yesterday. I think I was just overwhelmed and completely drained from studying and stuff like that, and it was like it just finally took a toll on me and I like crashed. But I didn't do any studying yesterday. I just took the day to like rest, kind of. But we have another our microanatomy exam is in 2 days, so I'm just back to studying for that. And even though 0% of me wants to study, I'm like, I just need to grind for these 2 days and then I can rest a little bit. because then I gotta start studying again over the weekend. So like in my last vlog I had shown, I print out the handout that my professor provides, and then I kind of go along with his PowerPoint and I just add the information to the handout that wasn't in it from the PowerPoint. So this was for the male reproductive system that I kind of already started. I'm doing female now. And then update on my finger. It's slowly growing out. It's been like 2 months, but you know, we're making our way there. You guys, I just want you guys to see when I try to study what happens. Homie is laying literally on top of my notes. Finn, excuse me, Finn. Hi, can you explain yourself? No? Okay. So I've been at the library for about 5 hours now. I went to the public library first, but then we left to go get food. And since it closes early, we came to Auburn's library. But I really don't like it here because it's just loud, and I prefer the public library a lot better, but it just closes too early for us. But I had to force myself out of my house because I started to fall asleep, and last night I fell asleep in the middle of studying, and I was so angry with myself. So the more uncomfortable you are, the easier it is to stay awake. But I still have a ton to go through, so it's probably gonna be another all-nighter. So last night was the weirdest night of my life. After our exam yesterday, I came home and I was like, let me take a little nap, and then I had to start studying again because we have 2 more tests next week.
And a quiz.
And a quiz. So I went to sleep at 5 and did not wake up again until this morning. Same thing happened to Ty, apparently. I guess that these exams, they're really taking a toll.
Our body's dying.
But we're on lunch now, so we're coming to the cafe to get some food.
I still did terrible.
How you know? You might not have did bad on this though.
So, I don't know if I ever ended up saying this, but today is the day that we plan to celebrate my birthday, so we're gonna go to one of my classmates' house. And I invited a bunch of my classmates, and PJ came down to visit, or up, I guess. Why do you look so evil?
Because this is who I am.
But anyway, we're on our way there now. So I just woke up from a nap. I think I'm still recovering from the sleep deprivation of last week. But I needed to get started on studying for parasitology. So like I had said, we have our parasitology exam on Monday, and then we have our immunology exam on Friday. So this weekend will be dedicated to parasitology. Unfortunately, in vet schools, there's not really such thing as weekends. Most of the time, they're always dedicated to school, but it's a small price to pay, I suppose. You have to open it. So, I finished my Quizlet for parasitology this morning, and PJ left me not too long ago, so I'm gonna basically spend the rest of the afternoon learning these cards. And basically, I won't be done until I can answer every single one of them. 131 altogether, and I just started some on the 21st. But basically, I just go through all of them. If I get it right, I leave it alone, but if I get it wrong, I start it. So then at the end, I can just go through and study the ones that I got wrong. And I basically keep doing that until I get none wrong, and then I go, or until like none are left to start. And then I go again from the beginning and go through all of them to make sure that I actually learn them. And I basically just keep going through that until I end up with none starred. So that's the end of this vlog. I'll see you guys next time.